right, Crossroads Sports fam, welcome to the crossover presented by Crossroads Sports. It's February 24th, Kobe Bryant Mamba Day. We're gonna name it. I'm repping it tonight. Number 8. This is retro, so retro, John. Where's it at? Look at that. That's a champion jersey.
They don't have champion jerseys no more.
No way. So this is legit. Had this. We're gonna do Mamba Day. But John, it's been a while since we've had a show. We're doing the Facebook Live tonight. We got a lot to talk about. How you been, man?
Been doing just fine. Writing. Been doing a whole lot of writing. Got to start my blog back up. Anybody can check for that. And following a little sports. Following a little bit of not intensely though. XFL. Following a little bit of XFL. A little bit of wrestling. It's been kind of laying low, but also offering my my other passions. Giving my talents to my other passions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know more. I know more than just sports. So,
amen.
Brandon was just teasing me. Anybody knows me? I kind of I'm a site leader at an after school program, and I run. I have a lot of puppets. So Brandon's teasing me earlier on about my puppet shows that are now. They used to be like maybe once a month, and now are weekly. But again, it's good to be back talking sports, and we haven't talked a whole lot. We've been on an extended All-Star break. That's how I kind of explain it. The All-Star break came, and we broke.
Yeah.
we broke out. So we're back to it, and I'm ready to talk. Talk a little sports because we got Final Four right around the corner. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of XFL chatter in the air as it seems being a somewhat stable league outside of the 1 or 2 weeks that its previous successor. And there's some changes going on in the NFL. So, man, I know there's plenty of things we're going to cover tonight, I know.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
Wait for some stuff to go on. All right, John, I want to get started. Indiana Pacers. It's a rough going right now, John. Pacers 33-24. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games, 3-7. The Oladipo machine's not working right. They just got blitzed by the Raptors, which I took the Raptors, so good there. Oladipo, you got Jeremy Lamb, freak knee accident, torn ACL, broken kneecap, out for the year.
That's tough.
Reggie don't want to talk about it, but it's very troublesome that, and I saw somebody online talk about it today that. Maybe we just need to sit Depot out even longer because it's whatever it is. There's something wrong with this team gelling since he's been back.
It is. And then the Lamb injury doesn't help either. It doesn't. Yeah, if anybody can remember Lamb's first 15 or so games, I think he was averaging 21 points a contest. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He is a matchup problem on certain nights, and on this particular Pacer team, he was kind of brought in to be a more of a 6-man, so it's hard to lose him in the rotation, and also kind of help usher Vic back into it, who I kind of also said prior to, what I'm saying, that they kind of rushing back. You know what I'm saying? He went from a minute restriction of 25 minutes to 20. It is escalated like overnight. It didn't even. They said, oh, he's okay. He can take a bump. He can jump, and they just seem. It didn't seem like they didn't want to stick to it. It rushed. I mean, that's especially how I can explain. They wanted to rush, and they've subsequently with this rush. I know he didn't play last game, but subsequently with this rush, they've given away a lot of games. Giving away a lot of games, so he can get more shot attempts, or they can figure out different rotations off the bench. And we got guys who had hot hands. We had guys who had hot hands who were literally coasting us to a 4-5 seed. In the East, man, and it's a shame because we can talk about rotations all we want, but we also talk about some of the realistic things that are going on with the team. The team is for us to have 2 bigs and even another big who don't really get a whole lot of rotation either in Goga Patati. The Pacers are last lower in the league in rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
We're too good. I mean, I put that on whomever. Sabonis to put that on Miles Turner as well. They own that. They own that portion of winning basketball. The Pacers are terrible at rebounding. Pacers are also terrible at defending the three. Now, defensive rotation, that kind of goes on where the coaches wants everybody to be at. So I don't know. Are we playing? I don't know. That's why Nate McMillan is the coach and Jonathan Birdsong is not. That's why you guys fired, Frank Vogel, because you said, we know why they fired Frank Vogel. So I hate to bring that up, but I don't. But Nate McMillan is the guy who said, it's going to run this Pacer plan as far as moving bodies around and having, we do have, it's a great team to look at it from 1 to 12, but it's thrown off McBuckets. It's thrown off his game a little bit. It's definitely thrown off Holiday because now he gets limited minutes, and we've suffered games. The butt whooping the Toronto Raptors put on us, that was like a clinic.
Not hurt.
That was like a clinic. The Toronto Raptors surprisingly are second in the East. You can anybody can say what they think about the East being weak or whatever, or there are some teams you'd be like, oh my God, I don't know, I don't even understand how the Knicks won 15 games, right? But I don't know, Brandon. They're not going to fire Nate McMillan, and they're going to keep on. They're going to try to figure out Oladipo, and I know he's going to try to Superman up because now,
Yeah.
now it's more on him as well. I think they get it. I think they kind of ran into somewhat of a team that kind of already has their number anyway in Toronto. Toronto also is out trying to kind of has something to prove. They know who's not there anymore, but they don't want to be considered a poor squad or a bad team. A scrub squad. Hell, they're thinking about facing the Bucks. In the finals. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
It's just I think the Pacers figure it out. They'll get a heaping helping of Orlando. They'll get a heaping helping of Charlotte. They'll get a heaping of coming up. Heaping helping of some bottom feeder teams. And that'll be the panic, right? If they start losing to, and I know they lost to the Knicks prior to the All-Star break, but if they start losing to bottom feeder teams, that's when you can go DEFCON 5.
Yeah. I thought it was funny last night. After the Pacers game, the Crossroads Twitter account started getting some retweets and stuff, and I was like, "What the hell did I say?" I looked at the date. It was back in April of 2017 about can we get Fire Nate McMillan trending on Twitter? What does it take? And we had people start retweeting it last night, 3 years later. This Pacers team is – I don't want to say we're in trouble, John, because we're not in trouble. I think there's some stuff that's deep down that some people's feelings got a little hurt.
Absolutely.
By Victor coming back, and they just said, well, why are we screwing this all up? I'm better. I'm playing better. We're doing something well. I'm going to the bench. I think that screwed up some things. And it's going to happen when you bring in so many new pieces to a team. Yes, Sabonis has played probably the best for us. Miles Turner still 8 points ain't going to get it done.
No, it's not.
He's still on my shit list. Doug McDermott, you're brought in to hit threes. You're sitting there shooting threes and you're missing them from the corner. TJ Warren, you're about the only other one that's actually balling, playing, but we can't depend on TJ Warren and Domantas Sabonis every night. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon's shooting has hit 3 of his last 25 3-pointers. I don't know what the hell's happened to him. I have a problem with this team. I don't know if they're focused, John, because if Victor Oladipo's getting hurt during the All-Star break when he's not even playing, when who else? Somebody else, TJ Warren got hurt during the All-Star break when he wasn't even playing. What are these guys doing that obviously they're not focusing, or there's something else there that's not matching up, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I think you kind of hit on the head when you said there's an ego problem. We do know it's kind of been barbershop talk, right? Reported that Miles Turner has ruffled feathers about his rotation and spots on the floor and whatnot. Again, the Pacers, and I think there was probably a little bit of chatter, like inner chatter about moving his contract. Pacers not ready to move his contract because what you're going to get back it's not going to be. It's not going to be bad. It's not going to be as much as what I'm saying. You're going to get back an expiring contract and maybe some, saying, potential second rounders or potential first rounders. But if you scouted like Patriots, I know they scouted the next 2 years. Like there's nobody right now in college as with the skill in that position that's as good as Miles Turner right now in college. So why would I trade that for what are you giving me? What am I gonna get in return? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Expiring contract, whoop de doo. Or and it's not gonna be an expiring contract that drops off like year one. It's gonna be it's gonna be a bad contract. That you would get back in a Miles Turner deal, like right now in the market that we have right now. So Miles has got ruffle feathers. Sabonis is getting All-Star love too. Again, we must remember Miles Turner is though he is a veteran, he still is a young player. So there's things that he wants from what I'm saying from that, from what I'm saying from what's in it for me. Besides, of course, everybody wants a winner and a
You
player.
just got a big contract. That's what's in it for you. Now,
Well, hey man, there is a show business part aspect of sports. Again, I'm not saying Miles Turner's out here wanting to rap. He's never come off like that kind of person. But endorsements and other things like that are gonna come with that. But only if you are a featured player can you get an endorsement. You can't get an endorsement if you're eight, eight and eight or whatever, right?
right.
I think they need to have. I always say they need to have a come to Jesus moment, man. And look, everybody needs to come. But I don't. There's really no coach in NBA that's gonna be firing brimstone. All right, fellas, let's just buckle down. There's nobody that's like that. Either the players kind of that locker room. The players have to want it themselves. But the fans, the Pacer. I mean, I look from I flip it and look at the fans. The Pacer fans deserve. From what the team is right now, even with Lamb being out, the Pacer fans deserve a better effort from the Pacers. I'm not saying it's crappy. It's just not good.
More consistent. Yeah. I want to show you a picture because we talked about egos, right? And we talked about some people got some feelings hurt. People started getting egos, all this. I thought it was funny because on my time hop, the start of the downfall of the Indiana Pacers 6 years ago started today on February 24th, 6 years ago, John. And if you're watching your screen, I'm hoping you can see this photo that I'm getting ready to put up in a second because this was the start of the downfall 6 years ago for the Indiana Pacers. And I'll take my
Paul George. I knew it was Paul George.
the photo of David West, George Hill, Paul George, Roy Hibbert, Lance Stevenson, and GQ.
Hey man, I got some heat sent back to me, man. People said I go too hard on Paul George.
Yeah,
They say I go too hard. They say I go too hard. And I think I'm kind of fair. I like man shit. I like Brandon Reed goes hard on Paul George.
They say, have they not heard me talk?
Yeah, I was like, I always go hard on Paul George, man, because the wishy-washy way. So we can't say like he did it to Oklahoma too. The wishy-washy way of like leaving, piecing out to your team once you told them one thing, and then you was like, man, wait a minute, now I gotta put. So it's like with Paul George, and I get that he has these various injuries or whatnot that. I'm not saying they're a phantom or anything like that. An injury hurt. I mean, he has played. We know Paul George to not fake an injury. We seen what happened here. You know what I'm saying, years ago. That was not 7 years ago. However, 9 years ago, right, when he broke his leg, right? So I don't think he would ever fake an injury, but like at this point in his career, he wants the road less traveled. So joining up, but he wants the road less traveled, but he don't want no heat. You know what I'm saying? He wants the road less traveled, but no heat. So if the Clippers come up short this year, it's the two-time NBA champion over here, Kawhi Leonard's team. You see what I'm saying? When it was with Uncle Russ last year or two, the 2 years that he was there, it's Uncle Russ team. Uncle Russ can take 37 shots and hit 6. But remember, he's MVP and he's got these rebounds and he's Mr. Triple Double, and I can go over here and hide and try to get my 25.
He's the definition of Robin.
But like, say what now?
He's the definition of Robin. He is the Robin to Batman.
But here's the thing, though, Brandon. I have never. There's very few. I can't say never. There's very few players walking this earth that can play LeBron James head up. He's one of them. Like he can, I'm not saying he's better than LeBron. I'm
Romeo
not.
Langford yesterday.
What's that now?
Romeo Langford.
Stop. Stop. I'm talking about LeBron. I'm saying think about it. Think about all those LeBron and Paul George matchups when they played. Think about when he played for Cleveland and
Yeah.
LeBron versus Paul George, or Paul George versus Miami. All those tightly contested games, man. But like he could never, what I'm saying, get over the hump or whatever. So I think
Right.
at this point he just like I think at this point, like you can say how hard or whatever. I think he just wants to coast. I'm not saying at some point he knows he's going to put, like, again, that's Kawhi Leonard's team. It's not, that's how I think I see things.
Okay. Yeah, if people want to think you're going hard on Paul George, I think I might be one of the hardest people going on Paul George and Miles Turner here in Indianapolis.
And he might be a liar.
He is a liar. By the way, it's easy to score your triple doubles and get all those points when you're getting guarded by at least the second best man on the other team always, because you're the Robin to the team.
But here's what, man. I told you, man. Paul George plays. I mean, he don't just play LeBron real great. He plays some other players. He's got some great stats against some other teams too. Here's what's quirky. There's guys who have career numbers against this dude. Like guys from out of nowhere, like off the bench. My guy, the Australian guy from Utah, owns the space in Paul George's head. I can't think of his name.
Joe Ingles?
Who? Absolutely. Look up, man. Look at the head, man. Dude goes insane against Paul George.
Yeah.
If they have to play against Utah, man, you might want to book the Utah Jazz, man, because they're gonna beat them. Here's I give him praise, and also I give him, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, what the hell, Paul George, but I also give him praise. But here's the thing, the Clippers as currently constructed are the only team in the West that can beat the Lakers. They have the LeBron stoppers. There's nobody other than Paul George. Guess what? Kawhi Leonard plays LeBron James better than anybody else. You know what I mean? So they have that. They have that going for them. What the Clippers are going to have, like, they're going to have to figure out manufacturing points, because like that is going to be a haul right there. To stopping LeBron, or finding out how many fouls you're going to spend between Zubac and Harrell, whoever else that you're going to spend on Anthony Davis. But and again, we saw what we had with the Lakers. But again, I don't. The Clippers are the best team, but they have matchup problems with everybody else. So again, that's why
I'm laughing because we went down a wormhole talking about the Pacers now, to Paul George to the Clippers.
Because he's a former Pacers, man. Like I said, man, I've been getting pretty trolled pretty hard, man, about some people, man, about some people that listen to our show. They said I was too hard on Paul George. I wanted to open up the doors. I'm like, this dude, he will annihilate Paul George.
I want to hear it. Bring it to me. I'm on there. I'm on the Facebook page. You're watching me. Bring that Paul George heat. I'm ready for it. The video of me burning this damn jersey in the backyard. All of them. Okay. What I want to talk about, John, is there's some interesting notes. I know Aaron Holiday's going to get a lot more playing time now that old boy is out. But there is a rumor that Lance Stevenson reunion part 3 could happen.
Let him go sign with the Atlanta Hawks. Let him go sign with the Orlando Magic, man. Nah, they don't need that. That'd be a further distraction. Unless that would be only if, and I wouldn't lift this in the butt, man. If Victor Oladipo got hurt again, that's it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's anything with Lance there. I think it's just people trying to create a story. I know Lance put it on his Instagram today.
No.
And all, but I saw him at the Pacer game a couple weeks ago. That's about the only time we're going to see him back there.
Lance got one foot in the Chinese league, the other foot in the Big Three.
Okay.
He better not slip on a banana peel.
So, Pacers now, do we want to update their possible seeding, 6 or a 7?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Started.
With the spiral and then with the spiraling and the hopeful, like when they come back up and try to, and the gelling starts happening. Yeah, but that by that time they'll be a 6 or 7 seed. Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Let's go talk some more NBA. Nowadays, February 24th, 224. Today also was the Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant Memorial at Staples Center. I watched part of it at work, saw a little bit of it when I was doing some things, get some reports done, and then I watched the rest of it when I got home tonight, wearing the Kobe 8 champion jersey. So tonight, but John, what a powerful show, just of all the talent that was there. They talked about. I put on Twitter, I don't know how Vanessa Bryant got the strength and courage and all that to do the eulogy for her daughter and her husband.
Right.
Strong she was. Listening to the GOAT, Michael Jordan, talk about. I notice I said GOAT, people. So LeBron's the GOAT and Jordan's the GOAT. Yeah. But just how Kobe's little brother and seeing. I didn't get to watch all of it. I don't know if Phil Jackson talked because I really am curious what his thoughts are.
Mm-hmm.
But just seeing all the people there, John, and hearing those stories, very emotional. What was your thoughts seeing today?
Pretty much the same thing. I don't necessarily seek out things that I know they're gonna make me sad, but but because of who it is about and who I know is gonna be up there, there's some things you're just kind of drawn to. I wish that I didn't have to watch it. You know what I'm saying? You kind of feel like that. It's like I'm watching it, and you have an exhilarating feeling because somebody as great as Michael Jordan, who was the pinnacle, you know what I'm saying, of basketball business and Nike and North Carolina, everything. You know what I'm saying? The ceiling is the roof. You know what I'm saying? And he has a whole meme that he don't that's floated around him every day. For somebody to talk with such graciousness and like such openness and like just talk like a regular, I know his life ain't regular. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? But for him to come down and seemingly talk like earthling, and like it really made you, I know, it really made me feel good to be a person. It made me feel be human. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, your hero speaking at your funeral, I think he spoke very eloquently. And Shaq, I don't want to rate nobody's, saying speech, man. But Shaq had a lot of jokes, man. It's good to break that, break up, that's how people process some things. But yeah, real passionate, and rightfully so, real passionate service for Kobe Bryant. I'm still waiting for like Frank Drebin, for like Police Squad to like pull his curtain up for back behind me, and be like, I got you. Say Kobe, you know what I mean? That's how they do it out there in Hollywood. But that ain't meant to be, man. But it was real great that it was real great that the greats said the great things. I know. It's
Hey,
great that the greats said the great things.
As they said, Jimmy Kimmel said, how powerful was it that the damn Bill Russell shows up to the Laker Celtics game in a Kobe jersey?
When that was like a heated patch, like everybody remembers the '80s, right? Lakers versus Celtics, how that was inherited. You know what I'm saying? It was given to them by Bill Russell, and they made it a business to keep the Lakers championship-less. You know what I'm saying? Or they were rivals. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's great honor and great respect.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple other things NBA wise, because if you want to hear a lot of our thoughts on the Kobe stuff, it is still available on iTunes. It's still the Facebook Live. It's still on the Facebook page as well. Our videos of that and audio. So we don't want to go back too much into that. We just wanted to bring up the fact that it was today. It was powerful. It was one of those, like you said, John, that you got to watch it because 5, 10, 20 years down the road, you're going to be like, hey, I remember where I was at when that was on. And everything. So a couple other things NBA-wise, John, watched last night a real good documentary on Dwayne Wade that aired on ESPN, 2 hours long. It was kind of the process from Wade from his childhood all the way to end of his career. There's some stuff I didn't know, And then I like the behind the scenes process when 2010 he's trying to decide, all right, I'm gonna be a free agent. I'm gonna go to these places. And then the fact that and Chris Bosh on a three-way and says, "Hey, we going? Let's do this." And then LeBron went silent, and he's like, "Is he having a thought?" So, what was? Did you see? Did you get to see any of the documentary?
I didn't get to see any of the documentary. It's kind of, it's I don't know. It's kind of like bad timing. You know what I'm saying? We were kind of on. We've been kind of on hiatus, man. It's kind of hard to really hardcore watch basketball because there's gonna be a Kobe mention and you're gonna get emotional, right? But no, I haven't watched it, but different pieces. He's got a rap video running. He's running around with Rick Ross.
Yeah.
so I hope he doesn't take. Quite honestly, I hope he doesn't take rapping up for serious.
I don't think he will.
Maybe he falls back and.
By the way, I thought Damian Lillard was terrible on All-Star Saturday night.
Well, he's done better. I've heard better about him, man. But man, Dwayne Wade, it's just bad for me. Again. We have audio, we have video to go back, right? I'll go check him out. Dwayne Wade, rightfully so. I did hear some news reporters kind of talk about it, say that he kind of changed the way, not to the level of Peyton Manning, but kind of changed the way basketball is viewed in South Miami, Florida, to where that's anybody been to Florida.
He was irrelevant.
Win championship. Florida is a football state, period. You know, and like during Miami's heyday, I hated it, but because during Miami's heyday, him and LeBron James had like they were the two best players in the league. They had the ultimate swag, man, and he's kind of the what I'm saying he's the all-time lead points in Miami Heat history, man. And hell, that was even like two years outside removed from the team, playing in Chicago and playing Cleveland. So, man, yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, definitely was a good one. D Wade, definitely. I think he may be in my top 8 shooting guards I had on our list a while back. I'll have to go back and look, but I know you had D Wade hate back then. You didn't put him on the list.
He's on my list.
Was he higher than Ray Allen?
I think he was. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's talk real quick. Zion Williamson, come back from injury, and the dude is just beast in this league right now. Woo!
The things Zion Williamson does, man, is
he may win this Rookie of the Year, and he's missed 2 months.
Yeah.
Morant.
Yeah. John Morant does a lot of crazy things on the basketball court too, man. But the dominance that Zion Williamson shows, man, I just wish he'd get a body like Karl Malone. then he'd be, he'd be unstoppable. I am kind of, he's a highlight reel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he has to be in a very fast paced offense. And then he does have he is an improved jump shooter. Kind of if I had a nitpick his back to the basket game a little bit. And the fact that good teams are going to, like, if he ever, because right now they're sitting 10th. Right now the Pelicans are sitting 10th. If they could get to the 8th playoff spot, they would see what a veteran team would do to them. Basically, like, slow them down. You know what I'm saying? Bump them in transition. You know what I'm saying? That's what you kind of got to do. And then you make all your non-shooters or premier players try to make shots. So I do not like his back to the basket game. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, there's not too much that he doesn't do with spectacular, with great. You know what I'm saying? He's a great. I won't say great. He's a good passer. Rebounds pretty good for his size and for from what you know what I'm saying. Like, listen, he can't get if he jump shoot, he can't get his own rebound, right? So
yeah,
he does rebound for his side, and we all know he goes to the bucket like nobody's business. So
yeah,
there's no way I could not give him not a grade less than an A+. It is going to be very interesting come down the line to see like what other things he can marvel at with us on the court.
Absolutely. quick thoughts. I don't want to dive into it too much because we're already a week removed. We took a break as well. I love the format for the NBA All Star. Boy, we got boys sweating in the fourth quarter. We got to keep playing defense. We're bitching at the refs.
Hey man, my man got robbed down there.
Only thing
Aaron
is
Gordon got robbed. Man, he should come be a
when you get
pacer anyway. He should have came to be a pacer anyway.
when you get down to the final 10 points of the 24 they were going for, once the first team gets down to 10 points, or if the second team gets there too, I think you should go just like pickup games. If you're going to do the pickup style, ball out, no free throws. It's got to end on a make.
Okay. Well, oof, man.
And I know everybody we fouling then, but well, hell, that's when I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues. I didn't really deep dive into it, as you know what I'm saying. I don't it was but it made it interesting. It made it like, you gotta care about it to win.
I wanted Sabonis to win. He came close. I had money on him to win. Didn't get done. Only other thing I have for you, John, is Scott Nichols has got something for you, John. Let me post it. JB, would you trade Gordon Hayward?
They need to. They need to. He kind of slows them up. If they need to figure out something. There's a void left after Al Horford decided to take the money and run in Philadelphia. So yes, I would. I mean, I would have, but they can't.
Right.
So coming up next year, right? I don't think Boston, as currently constructed, has enough to beat Milwaukee in a 7-game series. They got enough to push them to 6,
right?
Beat them. And then they might even have an issue with Philadelphia. If Joel Embiid comes to play, right, they might have an issue with Philadelphia. So again, they are donut right now, somewhat of a donut team. Unproven. They got some bigs, but they're very unproven, and they kind of like to fly around and whatnot.
Aaron Baines done really well. I watched him even yesterday. He's improved. Or not Aaron Baines, excuse me. Yeah. He's done very, very well now. Not Aaron Baines. I don't know why I had Aaron Baines on my mind. Big guy. Yeah, he's done so well. I was impressed with the way he played. I think they got a nice diamond in the rough for a big there. But yeah, there's still a piece that's missing. Like after Kemba and Jason Tatum are your go-tos, Gordon Hayward's a nice asset for a third option and sometimes a second option, but you almost still need that other one. And Marcus Smart's not that guy, I would call him. He's more of a rich man's Lance Stevenson, not a poor man, but a rich man's Lance Stevenson.
Right. Edge player. Yeah,
absolutely. So they need that go-to guy, kind of like Horford was when you needed that bucket. I think Horford has digressed since he's went to Philadelphia. I think he's only played 18, 19 minutes
for sure.
a game. And I don't know if that's what he was expecting to go in there, or that's just the player he's going to make the most money, and this is my last trip around the world. Let's see what we can get.
So, yes, I would trade Gordon Hayward. So what if things don't go right for Boston and things don't go right for the Pacers? Would the Pacers entertain a Gordon Hayward swap for somebody on the roster, knowing that we have bigs in abundance here?
Miles Turner?
I'm pretty sure Danny Ainge would call about Sabonis first.
Oh, I think he would too, but I think Pritchard would say no thank you, but no thank you.
But here's the thing though, Brandon, and we can nip this in the bud. I'm trading an all-star for an all-star.
I don't know if Gordon Hayward's a all-star.
He had been all. I'm saying he has been.
Yeah. I would trade Gordon Hayward for Miles Turner. Absolutely.
It wouldn't be 1 for 1. It had to be a package. So yeah.
Yeah, so you're close.
Okay. All right. Well, we have to table that. That's something we have to think about.
Yeah.
That actually might happen.
We'll put a poll up. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Scott.
Now, folks, I like to educate, right? It depends upon the years of each player's contract. If one ends prior to the other one, sometimes it's going to be off.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Scott, for your question. That was awesome.
Thanks, Scott, for watching.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, All-Star put a bow on that. Did like it. Just a few tweaks here, but love seeing the guys playing hard in the fourth quarter and playing for the charity. I'm excited for this next season. It's going to be here in Indianapolis.
The All-Star game, absolutely. Yes. We got to get there.
There's high water, Crossroads Sports Meeting. We will be there.
We got to get there.
So yeah.
Work those angles
now. College basketball, John, real quick. Kansas back to number 1, knocked off Baylor. I took Kansas on Saturday. You can't trust the Baylor Bears. Kansas back to top. Azubuike played very well this past weekend. Maybe he's coming to his own, but Bill Self, Big 12 champions, death and taxes all together.
That's what it looks like. I tweeted out, I still don't trust Kansas going into this in this tournament. Kansas has some things that Baylor doesn't have. Baylor has very good college basketball players, where Kansas has probably next level pro players, right? But no, man, kudos to Kansas. And right, they shoot after this, they should be number 1, right?
They're number 1. They are number 1.
Okay, they should be number 1. But them getting to maybe. I mean, I know we got to see brackets before we start talking bracketology. But based on what they have, I got you. Based on what they have, I don't think they get to a grade 8. I don't think they make to a field of 8.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. IU back in the NCAA tournament bubble. They knocked off Penn State this past Sunday.
Yep.
They're looking in. Boilermakers on life support currently. Bad loss against Michigan. Bad loss. I forget who they played before that loss. They won since they played IU. This Thursday night, Purdue and IU. Purdue has a chance to ruin IU's chances this Thursday night. And
it'll ruin it for the moment, but both of them now, if IU wins, I'll be shocked. Let's just say that's one. I'll just say if IU wins, I'll be shocked. But I don't think it ruins. I don't. They still got to win some games in the Big Ten tournament. I still think they get in, but they got to win some games in the Big Ten tournament. And I know that's kind of like, they haven't been showing any consistency all year long. Neither one of the teams, as far as winning games or putting games in a back-to-back win. You know what I'm saying? Column, but I still think they got to win, regardless of what happens on Thursday. I think Purdue wins. That puts them back in. We're back into the tournament position, but I still think that both of these teams got to win one game in the Big Ten tournament, at least.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree with that. It's gonna take a little bit extra. Got to get some of those Big Ten wins. Big Ten tournament is here in Indianapolis in 2 weeks, so definitely looking forward to that. By the way, we are going to have another March Madness selection show special. This year it will be live on here, Facebook Live. Myself, Jonathan Birdsong, and Nick Petey. Nick Petey ironically just texted me a second ago. Said he's going to be good. He's going to be on there live with us. We're going to break down the brackets, give our predictions like we've done the last couple of years. By the way, look out tonight. Nick is sending in his latest bracket update, so that'll be posted on the website tonight and also on bracketmatrix.com. So more to come on that. It's going to be looking great. John, let's flip to the NFL real quick.
Okay.
The big week in the NFL. NFL Combine is in town. It's one of my favorite weeks ever. Guess who I got to see today? And I won't say where I saw him, but I got to see my boy, Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
So got to see Coach, talked to him for a few. It's good to see him.
Okay.
Strong handshake. About broke my damn hand, it felt like. But yeah, NFL Combine in town. Coaches, owners, some players. You're going to see them all over the city. I'm going Wednesday down to the Combine to watch the quarterbacks throw with the wide receivers. I'm going to the bench press. I'm going to see all that. It's a great opportunity to get downtown. Just walk in the streets, you're going to run into everybody. So you're in Indianapolis, get downtown. Great moment. John, anything particular you're looking forward to Combine-wise, or just kind of the whole?
I hope none of these Coach morons on my Twitter. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Hot.
I hope these Coach people, man, just listen. The ballot's going to choose the right guy. And there's gonna be some but we don't want to stretch for a quarterback if you know you can get him in the second round. Don't stretch for the talent. Don't overpay. Don't overpay. You know you have holes. You might have a problem at left tackle if somebody, you know what I'm saying, doesn't make up their mind. We know we need to get better at the wide out position. Do you want to spend your money in free agency with that, or do you want to spend your money on free agency fixing your special teams problem? You know what I'm saying? Um, but you don't want to make a stretch and pick a Herbert at 13 if he falls to 13. You don't want to make a stretch and pick a Love.
That
Yeah,
comment right
no.
there.
Yeah, no. Phillip Rivers, nah.
That the Colts
Phil
want him.
Rivers will probably. I swear, man, Phil Rivers will be probably playing for one of the Florida teams. If he plays for the Colts team, like that puts us still back at nine, 8-8, or I don't know. It's gonna be 17 games next year. I don't know. I don't. It's gonna put us at. It's gonna put us not where you want to be. It's gonna put us at mid level.
Hey,
Um,
how many pills right now is Jim Irsay taking that he still thinks
oh,
Lux
he gonna
return?
come on the show. He gonna come on the show.
Sorry, Jim, but he still thinks Andrew Luck's returning. Come on.
Why would that's why I would say, why would I want somebody who quit on me to come back? I get that, lacerated this, broken ankle that, baby this. It's football. It's hurt. It's a hurt game. You're not gonna, if you come back into it, you're gonna hurt some more. You're still gonna have the potential to get, you know what I'm saying, hurt. You're still gonna have baby over here. So again, I wouldn't even entertain him coming back. Hell, I thought it was goofy. He showed up on XFL program, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, this dude is really. If XFL, I think he's done, because that would be moronic to retire and then join the XFL. I think he would also be moronic, and he's not a moronic kind of guy. He's a Stanford big brain kind of guy.
Yeah.
To come back, I don't think it's happening. I'm so sorry,
You
Jim.
know, John, there's three people we won't get on this show ever, and that's going to be Jim Irsay, Miles Turner, and Paul George. Those are the three we will not get because we've talked so much crap.
I don't know, man. It's probably somebody else other than Miles. I don't think you. I think you. Well, I think you overrate your Miles hate.
I am ready for Reggie Sykes to come on some point on Twitter or on Facebook. I want to hear him defend his boy Miles Turner. I'm waiting for that because I want to see what crazy he's going to come with.
He's a super fan.
Yeah, he's a super Miles Turner fan too. He needs to wake up. What else do I got, John?
What you got?
Little entertainment. Two things. I don't know how much you're into boxing, John. I know you probably used to like it.
Man.
Wilder and his guy's going to say, well, my costume weighed 45 pounds, so way down.
I thought that was a joke.
Stop.
I thought that was a joke. That sounds like a joke, man. You should just accept the loss and tell all you people shut up and just try to get your rematch so you can get another $30-40 million out of, you know what I'm saying. He's embarrassed because he talks king crap. Prior, you know what I'm saying, he talks king crap prior to these events.
He does.
And then this is what happens, man. So there's gonna be a third.
This summer.
Third bout. Right. It's gonna be a third bout. It's good to see heavyweight boxing back to the forefront. Not that anybody feels any type of way about Floyd Mayweather, but it's good to see heavyweight boxing back to the forefront. We got two characters. ESPN's behind it, so it's a different. It's kind of a different visual, man. So it's kind of cool. I thought Max Kellerman was going to explode. If anybody, because he used to be the boxing.
Yeah, his what he thought.
Yeah, he used to be the boxing. He used to be the strictly boxing guy for ESPN.
I know he used to be
regulated. He used to be regulated for like midnights, and that ESPN had boxing. He was like, he was hyped, man. But no, man, I thought it was a good bout. Like, the dude, he lost, man. So talking king shit, Watkins. Oh, talking Watkins, man. And
all right,
and because he is still marketable and he's still in shape, I mean, Tyson Fury might take another bout. You know what I'm saying? But I think both of these guys are still in there. They might be 4.
Last thing, quick hitters. I got John. The Walking Dead is back. Last night, I didn't send you a text today. John, Walking Dead's back already.
Yeah, I didn't think it was coming back on until March.
Thank God I said something. Thoughts on the show? Sorry, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the episode yet and you watched Walking Dead, turn it off or mute it right.
Yeah, mute right now, man. Extremely creepy, extremely dark and gray and black. You know what I'm saying? So it's back to kind of like back to those visuals. Negan's alliance with Alpha just took another turn because I thought she had a relationship with, you know what I'm saying, the big with the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? And
I thought it was the guy from
she offered herself up to she offered herself up to Negan. Man, it was real bizarre yesterday. Real bizarre.
Yeah. Good show though. Love it's back.
Excellent show. Excellent show.
How many times for Rick's back? Rick will be back soon.
Man, technically it's been years since he's been. So I don't think, but yeah. So if he shows up, man, yeah. I guarantee he shows up at the end of the season. Guaranteed.
The thing I have, Daytona 500 last week. Scary crash, Ryan Newman. Glad to see he's okay. That was very scary accident, and he did not look good there for a little bit. So good to see that, and it just kind of shows the testament of the safety in NASCAR and how it's developed over the years. And then the following day was the anniversary of Dale Earnhardt's passing in 2001. So, John, it felt good to get back on this tonight. I don't have much left for me to talk about, but it's good to be back. We're going to have a radio show coming back on soon. We'll do another Facebook Live. We love these shows, people interacting.
Absolutely.
What else do you got, my man?
Only thing I'm reading this week, man, is a book about Hinkle Fieldhouse. I have a little bit more. It's a cool look. It ain't all about, you know what I'm saying, Butler in the Final Four runs. This is more about the history of Hinkle Fieldhouse and who's played there. Hell, Larry Bird played there, believe it or not. But I haven't finished it up yet. But yeah, it's a cool little book. I will talk a little bit more about it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We'll be back on for Facebook Live on another show here shortly. And we'll also have the radio show. Be able to talk to us on the Facebook page. We're going to put polls out. We probably got to put something out about Gordon Hayward. So, Jonathan, work on that. We'll get something out for Hayward. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys, and everybody have a safe week.
Thanks for watching.